It's too easy to express condolences for those affected by the shooting in Texas. It's not easy for individuals thousands of miles away to understand how parents and friends, grandparents, and everybody else is hurt by 20 people being killed and 2 teachers being killed. The killing of children is sickening and heartbreaking. Schools should be a safe place for students and educators. It's a sad time when you see all this on television. Then when it's gone, you kind of forget about it. But I haven't forgotten about an idea that came to my mind way back in 2018 with the Parkland killings. I didn't have an idea immediately after that, but we talked to some parents, talked to one of those parents very recently in my office last week, because he's in support of a legislation that I put in then, and we have a hard time, a very bipartisan bill, a bill that is backed by 40 of our 50 state attorneys general. I call it the Eagles Act after the mascot of that Parkland High School thing. It would give schools and law enforcement additional resources to make sure dangerous individuals can't do what happened yesterday. I don't know to what extent it would keep our schools safer, but I know this, that the Secret Service has been exercising some help to train people how to notify people that are harm to themselves or harm to somebody else and intervene in it. And this would be extended to personnel of schools. I don't know why such a bipartisan bill doesn't get attention of people, but I'm bringing it to my colleagues' attention once again. We have 5 nominees here today, 2 circuit court nominees, 2 district court nominees, and the new appointee to be director of ATF. I want to briefly address Mr. Datebach's nomination to serve as director of ATF. I've expressed concerns about his nomination in a letter to President Biden back in April based on initial reviews of that record. My concerns remain. He's the second nominee for this position after Mr. Chipman, who failed to garner sufficient support. Since then, this administration removed the former acting director Richardson of ATF. The New York Times reported that gun control groups criticized him for, quote, deploying agents to deal with gun violence, end of quote. Gun control advocates were frustrated that Mr. Richardson took a law and order approach to his job, but that approach is what we should expect from the ATF. I'm concerned that this administration is responding to demands to focus on the ATF's regulatory responsibilities at the expense of law enforcement duties. We also have 2 circuit nominees and 2 district court nominees today. Judge Miriam was here last year when she was nominated to serve as the district court judge, and Ms. Monte Calvo worked at the Justice Department, the tax division, and then as a public defender for a majority of her career. Judge Wang has worked as an assistant U.S. attorney, as a partner in a firm, and currently is a magistrate judge. Ms. Cartwright has spent a decade in private practice after clerking for 2 judges. I welcome the nominees and their families and congratulate them on their nomination.